your why should really be big. So if your why is, look at where I'm coming from, and I have to get to so points and make this work so that other people literally who in the same position, right, would have better life.
The major tech companies, like for instance, space tech, their vision, they thought at infrastructural level. When we are building, we should build with the mindset of building for other systems to build upon. Mr. Maps.
My investor.
Nice meeting you again.
Nice meeting you too.
Now you called me investor again, and I don't like it.
You are my investor.
For the
Guys,
sake of
look at it.
For the sake of the audience. For the sake of the audience, my name is Goodnews.
My name is Maps. Guys. My name is Maps.
We are here for something very, very important that we believe we ought to sit down and discuss about it, because looking at Nigeria itself, the way a lot of people do business is the kind of orientation, the mindset people go into businesses with. At the end of the day, if it's not being corrected, it might not lead to development even in Nigeria as a whole and the transformation of lives. The other time we had the conversation, we were talking about the need for people to be intentional about putting their best into building systems, building businesses, building whatsoever vision that they have. Now there's a lot of tech startup and all of the rest, a lot of people pitching for funds, and you get.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, we are not seeing substantial development even in those sectors that these people are pumping money into. So, Mr. Map, I want to actually get to know from, you are into tech fully, and you are one of the AI gurus. So I want to actually know, because you interface with a lot of guys within that sector. So I want to know, in your own sector, what's the major, because we have a lot of tech guys, we have a lot of ideas, but many of them do not come to light. So what's the major problem?
I usually would say, before you start thinking of the problem you're solving, right? Think of, is there like a manual way, like a manual solution to that, right?
The traditional way.
Yes, the traditional way. So think about that first before you now decide to now put technology into it. Right. That's why you hear some people say tech enabled. Right? Which is to say there is a business side of it, then there is a tech that is enabling it. Because for me, I see tech as skill, right? So if there is a woman now who sells akara along the junction, she is basically limited to people just around that junction, right? That's why she's selling akara in that junction, right? But by the time you decide to say, hey, let me build a platform that helps you sell akara.
Okay, meanwhile she's addressing, or she's already addressing the traditional side of it.
Yes, she's already providing akara, people are buying. So let me build a platform that will help you sell akara. So if you build a platform that will help her sell akara, you've opened her to a wider reach.
So the tech side of it broadens your...
So it's I see tech more as skill. That is literally why it's there. Tech just comes to take that manual system to now make it very, very automated, right? And just maybe fine tune it, right? And if there's maybe some little boring task, maybe repetitive tasks, and as we talk about today, where sadly some of you might lose your job, or some of you might decide to come and learn AI and be better at what you do.
Please go and learn.
So it's fine, but but for me, I think that's one of the major things, right? It's not also just building that thing which is fancy. Just think about, can that problem be solved without tech first before you now think about bringing tech into it and then deciding to scale? Do you understand? So that's very, very important. That's very, very important for me, and that's what I see.
So you just made a very, very strong point. Most of these tech startup, what they don't do is they don't actually focus on doing the major homework. So this brings me to a very, very critical question. When we look at things actually in Nigeria as a whole, Nigeria have a lot of unfixed problem. For instance, if you look at the logistic industry, when you're talking about that industry, first of all, you have to look at the road. There's no proper good road network. The people side of the business, trust, the finance that flows into that industry, and two, visionary leaders, people who does not look at some people go into business, they go with that survival mentality. They just want to survive, they just want to get the money, and at the end of the day, when that their appetite is being satisfied, they wouldn't want to scale, do something that will make them scale. So my other question is this: what do you think, as young people that are building things, what kind of mindset do you think we should have as young people that are into maybe business? For me, I'm into real estate. So what kind of mentality do you think I should have in order to build a kind of business that at the end of the day scale, then number two, be able to add up to national development? So there's a kind of mindset I need to have. So I just want to get a kind of broader light on it.
Okay, so there's something one of my friend who has done amazingly well in the startup space, and he would always say something around he would say something around value, right? He would say something around value, and he would say value is a real deal. But so one thing I really want to talk about when it comes to that mindset. So actually, he would also say, apart from value is a real deal, he would ask me, what is your why? Right? What is your why? Your why, right, should really be big. So if your why is for somebody like me, right, look at where I'm coming from, and I have to get to so points and make this work so that other people literally who are in the same position, right, would have better lives because of this thing I am doing, right? And that's why it is so important that you build businesses that do well, scale if possible, and you get to one part you always give back to the community is get to employ people.
Very true.
Jobs.
Very true.
That's the only way, and that's why for me it's very simple. And I say, I don't know why you guys keep worrying about government, right? If everybody comes with the mindset of really, really building and really being intentional in building, guys, I think we would build and actually solve this unemployment menace. Because most of us it's just because some of us are just sitting and waiting for the government every time. I don't know why you're waiting for the government. I don't know about you. I don't know. Just like Ijen will always say that he has never collected any government's money. It's the same for me. I've not collected any government. Have I collected government?
I don't know.
I don't know, Sha. But that's the point here is we don't have to be waiting for the government.
Well, maybe you have collected election money.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I haven't, for real. Okay. I've always been a person that anything that has to do with those kind of money, you not see me there. You not see me there. Yeah. But yeah, as I basically what I'm saying is that why should be big. Like build something not because of you want to survive, because you want to make money, right? You want to live the life, but really because you want to impact, you want to touch other life, you want to see what you have built and change other people's life, right? The likes of, you can see the likes of Paystack, right? Paystack building what they've built, and the engineers of Paystack now coming up and building Chowdeck, right? Now that transition keeps happening.
It keeps happening.
So your why has to be strong.
Very true, because many a times I went for a conference one particular time, and they were just talking about young entrepreneurs. They were just talking about policies. I said, in the conference, I told them that, see, leave government alone. Government is not our problem. The first people that we have to look at first, we have to look at ourselves first.
You know.
Because, for instance, look at Paystack. Look at InterSwitch. When they came up with a mobile banking platform, it was because commercial banks switched into mobile banking. They were looking for a way to simplify how their customers will be banking with them. So now a loophole has already been created for them. So these guys now, Paystack and the rest, had to sit under that to build what they are building now. You understand? So I believe when we use our head, as we said before the camera came on,
there's something I keep telling myself. You know, I have this mindset of building stuff for equity. So I keep telling myself that if God will change the world again, He should make sure He connects me in a way to be in that Paystack. Let me at least hold 1%, then He bring it back. Because then Paystack is an amazing. See, what those guys did is crazy. Because I could imagine everything I build, I'm making use of the API.
You're consuming their product.
Everything I build, because everybody wants money.
See, they are thinking on an infrastructural level.
Everybody wants money.
Look
Shola. Shola. It's all good.
So now the thing here is this: if you look at the major tech companies, like for instance Paystack, their vision, they thought at infrastructural level. So that brings me to the final conclusion here, that when we are building, we should build with the mindset of building for other system to build upon us. You understand? If, for instance, if I'm building, let me use real estate for example. I got a land. I'm the owner of the land, but I still have to sell that land to other people for them to build. So now it's like that estate, that land now is like an infrastructure that I've gotten, where other people too can still benefit from. You understand? So when someone says he's a builder, or when someone says he's into tech, or the thing we should look at for whether you're an investor, you have to look at that infrastructural level, because we are not playing short-time game here. We are meant to play long-time game, because it's that long-time game that will create more jobs, that will build a kind of system that will lead to economic development. So for me, I think that's what we actually need in Nigeria, and those are the kind of people that are willing to build infrastructures, you understand, that other system can survive on, you understand, can build their own businesses on. So I think that's my own take in this our conversation.
So the infrastructural conversation is a conversation for another day, right? But I pray and I hope, right, and that we solve this infrastructural conversation, right? And let's really get real builders that would really get their hands dirty and not just show the flashy lifestyle of tech, and really get this infrastructure stuff, right? Because you could really imagine that the whole data we talk about AI now, right? The whole data we talk about AI now and all, we are still not holding it. Like it's funny that if anything happens to any of our social platforms we scream about, it's gone for us, but it's all good.